Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series at Texas. It's All-Star Weekend, so they have NASCAR's at Texas. We have 50 laps here. This track is super slick. We're also car number 9 here out of 30. Let me change my page real quick. I just like page 2 a lot more. I like the normal tack for the RPMs. But this track is super slick, like getting into one later on tires, like after a few laps, and coming off of turn 4 all the time. Like literally coming off 4 every single lap is terrifying. Whether you're on the bottom or top, it does not matter, you're gonna get sideways. You just have to be real careful on throttle. We just have to like let off and kind of be straight on exit for the most part. Because it would just break out on you out of nowhere. I kind of just coast it into turn 1, try to let it get down on the bottom here. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try not to be too aggressive in 3 and 4, coming off of 4 mainly. You can be on throttle a lot through 3. I kind of hit the bottom a little bit, so that screwed me up. This track has a little bit better grip than my last practice, it feels like. Ran a 7, that's very slow. So hopefully we can do better on this second lap. At 3 and 4 was really bad. My last practice I got down to like a 1:16 for like a qualifying lap. So hopefully we can run a little bit better second lap here. Hit the apron again, that kind of screwed me up. Trying to be a little bit more aggressive. I got sideways. We are going to be faster though. We'll get into the 3s, it looks like. Yeah, nearly the 2s, but I'll take a 3:17. I know one guy in my last practice got down to a 29.9. Like, he was mid-9s, which is flying. I'm happy with my 3. We didn't wreck, was the main thing. So, hopefully we can stay pretty close to the front. It might fall a little bit, but that'll be fine. As long as we're not, like, mid-pack out of this 30-car field. I think there's going to be a lot of people spinning off of turn 4. It's going to be terrifying. Probably going to be a bunch of wrecks, I feel like. It's going to be worse than Kansas, in my opinion. So, let's see where we end up qualifying. I'll bring you guys back and ready to go green. Alright, well, we dropped down to 8th. That's not too bad. Oh, we're starting sideways on pit road. That's interesting. I haven't seen this in a long time.
We put in plenty of fuel to finish.
I still like the old Texas better. I just think the new Texas with the drop way down to the bottom turn 1 just like isn't as good. I love the old Texas on the old surface. Like, it was so fun. It was very fast. It was really fun. It's the only truck win I have on iRacing is the old Texas. But I always enjoyed that a lot more than when they reconfigured this. I remember the first time I came to this reconfigured Texas, I didn't know that they reconfigured Texas. So I went into turn 1 like normal and was met with a big surprise that you need to be a lot lower and a lot slower to get through that corner nice. But for the All-Star race this weekend, who do you guys think is going to win it? I have my Larson shirt on to support him. He's my favorite driver. He's won 2 out of the last 3. He's won the last 2 he's actually raced in because he didn't race in 2020, obviously. And then he's going basically for 3 in a row for him. But Hendricks also won the last 2. Will be interesting. I'd love to see Reddick get in from the open or the fan vote. Either way, I think he'll end up winning one of the open segments anyways to get in. And seeing him win out of the open, and because he's never won before also, I don't know if anybody has ever won the All-Star race before a real race. Like, has anyone ever won that before they got a full win? I doubt it. That'd be real cool to see. And he's been fast all year. He's gotten second, I think, 2 to 3 times this year already. And he's been second so many other times in his career without getting a win. He'll get a win sooner or later. He's been very fast. He just needs to be a little bit more consistent and not smack the wall, because he does that a little bit too much. But the dirt one, he should have had a win. Briscoe took him out at the last corner. Kyle Busch barely got him, which was disappointing. But he's been close on a few occasions. So I imagine he'll end up getting a win this year, because he's been very fast. But we're starting to roll here off of pit road. And we are in 8th, so we're going to be on the outside for this start of the race. I think it'll be interesting on the start of the race being on the outside. You can speed on pit road before the race starts like this. It's fine. You're not going to get a black flag for it. Because I worried about that a long time ago in iRacing, because I wasn't sure. But you definitely can. And you will be just fine. You don't have to hold everybody up on pit road trying to catch up. Because it is only 1 to green, so you want to get out of pit lane quick. Second gear will probably be the play. You could probably get away with it in first gear if you want a quick shift, but I don't want to. I don't know how much this place eats up tires. We'll see. Hopefully we can actually get some green flag racing, but I feel like there's going to be so many people spinning off turn 4 and like overcorrecting it, bringing it back up into the middle of the field. If I get sideways, I'm just taking it through the grass, trying to keep it straight, mainly. Then the bad thing is going to be going into turn 1. You're going to be coming out right at the bottom where everybody's turning in, which is going to be terrifying, but we'll see how this goes. I don't feel super confident in this. Like, I felt better at Kansas last week, and I wasn't even great at Kansas. Waiting on the leader to go. He's getting bumped from 3rd. Still waiting on it. There he goes. He really waited on the start of that. I want to get singled out before turn 3. Because I do not want to be side by side with somebody coming off of turn 4. He'll let off mid-corner. It's turn 1 and 2. It wants to push up really bad off of 2. Okay, we're going to be side by side with people. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm not going to go like as hard through the corner as normal.
Still there.
Just try to let the car drift up and not get sideways. Alright, we're good. We dropped a couple spots, or maybe just 1. That's not too bad. I will take that all day on a start where the inside is much better. Only losing 1 spot there. What was that? Oh, they reckon. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Did he just say good race, good race? Yo. Jesus, they bounced off the wall so hard there. I think the 21 got taken out there. It might have been by the 25. I think the 25 and 26 are gone.
That might have been overcorrected the week there.
Oh, yeah. That was 25 and getting loose, I think,
Ryan,
taking out the 21.
Damage on my right side.
That's unfortunate. It's saying let the 25 car by, so I guess, oh, he just went into the pits. Okay. So, lap 2, get a caution. Hopefully we can get some actual green flag racing. Nobody's going to really pit up here, so I will pick it back up and we're getting ready to go green again.
1 to go.
Alright, we're going to be on the inside this time for the restart. Being in 7th. We lost the spot to the 7 car, I believe. I think he started in 9th. We fell back to 9th, and then I think it was 5th and 6th may have wrecked out of the race, it seems like. I think the 25 got sideways, overcorrected. I thought he saved it at first, and then look, he just overcorrected, went up into the 21. They went flying into the wall. 21 nailed the wall and started spiraling like a Beyblade down the track. So luckily we all missed it. Well, at least the front guys missed it, so I'm happy about that. I don't know where, like, after a couple guys behind us are. Oh, I guess it's in my mirror. It's like fucky where it doesn't show many people. Okay.
When I did that.
Alright, hopefully we could stay doing what we were just doing. We only had a lap and a half on our tires, really. So we should be alright. I want to see what the tire wear is going to end up being if we can get some running. It might be like Kansas where we get a bunch of wrecks, which would suck, but it is what it is. I need to turn up the amount of cars in my mirror, though. I didn't realize that that was off, or like turned down.
Big deep breath, but
Because I run so many dirt races, I don't like see that many cars in track in general, so. Well, I think the 7 car just jumped into first gear with the car yelling.
boss man, be ready. Green flag.
Yeah, first gear, you'll get a little bit of a jump, but you're going to have to shift literally immediately. I went through the grass. Luckily, we didn't get a 1X off track for that. I thought for sure we were going to.
Clear. Good job.
What just happened on the inside row there?
People try jumping in.
Probably. But I don't think it really checked up for me that bad. Like, I didn't really fall off that much.
Then it just causes a big mess because everybody's just hitting it because they think They're going.
Side by side with the 4 now. Just got to be careful getting in these corners. I don't want to send it too hard and get sideways going into turn 1 or through turn 1 like it is.
Go wide, so I did that.
Clear outside.
I got sideways. I just had to completely let off and get on the apron.
Door outside.
People are going to go flying by us there. That is okay. A long race, and there's going to be a lot of people getting sideways and stuff. But for some reason, going into turn 1's been really bad for me. Going into turn 1, coming off of turn 4, so we just need to manage getting loose. I tried letting off early and just getting down there, and it gets sideways, and if I send it into turn 1, it'll be real bad. I think that, like, Alex Bowman scheme that was, like, right with us got sideways and 1 and 2, it looked like up there. But you don't want to do any sudden movements with the wheel. Like, that's the main thing with these cars. Like, they get loose, they're very slow spinning. So you don't have to react super fast, but you're not going to really catch it. If you try to catch it, you're probably going to overcorrect like the 25 did and go into the wall. And he's going down.
Inside. Clear.
Good save by, who was that, 17? I thought it was the 11 at first. The 7 looked like a 1. That's what I'm trying to avoid, just keeping the car straight and not getting the tires upset at us, because I did that at Kansas and it was bad. Like, the tires hated me, and I just was not being easy enough on throttle and everything. Taking the real wide arc into turn 1. Try to make an easier exit for turn 2 so you don't have to get as loose coming off. The less you turn the wheel, the less loose you should get. The 1 car is starting to work his way up. He didn't qualify. Trying to stay off the apron in 3 and 4 because I kind of screwed up in qualifying by clipping it both laps. Might have been a few spots higher from qualifying if I didn't clip 3 and 4 as badly. 5 and the 1 are fighting pretty hard behind us. But they're catching us. They'll probably both go flying by me. I'll let them by. Like, they're running really well. I'm just trying to get a feel for the car on some older tires too. I wasn't able to run many laps in practice clean. So I would try to figure out turn 4 and stuff. You can go low.
Inside.
Thank you.
Clear low.
I'll stay high for the 5 car as well.
Work at the bottom.
Because both of them have been very fast. I know they didn't qualify.
Still there. Looks clear, clear, clear.
And I maybe can learn a little bit from them. They don't really have to let off too much getting into 3, but I'm scared on getting the car loose. I really am. Off of turn 4 isn't as bad right now with some older tires, and we're going a little slower. But I'm assuming if you get into turn 1, as long as you get the wheel kind of straight, and you let off and stuff, you can probably be alright on getting it loose. Because the 1 car like really is aggressive into turn 1. I could hear it from the RPMs when he was going by me. Almost on the apron, that was terrifying. I thought I was about to try to snap on me. But we're in 15th, that's alright. That's halfway through the whole field. Not the worst thing in the world. We are car 9, so I'd like to finish around top 10. Maybe top 12 at worst. I wasn't sure how much long run speed I'd have. I could get a decent qualifying run and being like really risky with it, but it wasn't consistent. And I didn't even run that good of a qualifying lap here. But people aren't getting as loose off of 4 as I expected through the whole race, which is nice. Just ran my fastest lap of the race, pushing it a little harder. Ran a 5. On this older tires, I feel like that's decent. And I'm just trying to follow the 5 car for the most part. Like, I'm just trying to follow in his tracks, see where he's running at. Seems to be going decent for us. The 1 car is starting to catch all that traffic up there, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm just being super cautious off of turn 4. Like, trying to get the wheel straight, and I even let off a little bit coming off of turn 4. Multiple people have gotten sideways into turn 1 since that first wreck. Like this run I've seen, and everybody saved it, which has been nice. I was one of them. So I was wondering how many green flag laps we'd get, and this is actually already more, I think, than we got at Kansas. So that's nice. 27's starting to catch me some. I think he's probably like a tenth or so faster than me a lap at the moment. I think I'm getting on the throttle too early there in turn 1, pushing myself up really bad off of 2. That's not helping at all. I need to get it to rotate a little bit more and wait on throttle. Ooh. 5 and 11 touch. Yeah, turn 3 and 4 at this track still feels like the old Texas, which I love, but this turn 1 is just so weird. Do not like it as much. Gotta wait for the car's front end to come around. That was definitely better. I don't think it was great, but it was definitely better. 27's still catching us. Run lap 18 coming on to 19 now. I feel like I'm decent in 3 and 4. It's 1 and 2 where I kind of suck at. Which I kind of figured would happen at this track. With the weird-ass turn 1.
Go low here.
That was a better 1 and 2 for sure.
Very good.
Actually pulling away from the 27 slightly now. These corners are just so different from each other. Ooh, getting sideways. Luckily caught it with speed there. Didn't get all the way down to the bottom. Car did not want to turn. That was a bad 1 and 2 there. 14's starting to catch us a couple of spots behind, I've noticed, like a little bit by little bit. He's been kind of quick. I'm wondering if like saving tires here would be easier in 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. I don't know. Really have no clue. The 11's going super high. I think he's just trying to like get all the way down, but he doesn't there. So we have a good 1 and 2. We actually really waited on that. Getting a decent run on the 11 here. Try to get by him if he goes high again. I think he's giving us a spot. Just trying not to come up on him off of the corner.
Still outside.
Get a good run off of turn 4 there. I had to let off to turn a little bit more.
Clear.
Trying to park it behind us, get in front of the 27. Get a good run there off of turn 2 though. Don't think he'll be able to get inside of us. But I'm interested to see how the All-Star Race would go this year at Texas with these new cars. Because the intermediate tracks so far have been pretty entertaining, I feel like. Kansas was great. That was a great race. Them running that outside made it very entertaining. Larson got in the wall so many times. I think Reddick might have gotten in the wall a couple times. They had so many left rear tire issues. And then Eric Jones had his right rear tire issue where it was stuck on there. I think they like cross-threaded it or something like that. That was kind of entertaining. But I think Vegas was a pretty good race if I remember correctly. Atlanta's a whole new track. That's like just something they gotta learn. It's more like a super speedway now. So it'll be interesting to see how the All-Star Race goes. I didn't really like them taking it away from Charlotte, and if they're gonna take it to Charlotte, take it away from Charlotte, I should say, and then they moved it to Bristol, and then they went to Texas. Now they've been at Texas for 2 years. I feel like if they're gonna do that, just move it around each year. Like, go to different places, go to some, like, more short tracks, I feel like, for the All-Star Race would be good, because they have short runs anyways. I think that could be entertaining, because the Bristol All-Star Race was great, I feel like. Made for a lot of controversy, like Elliott and Logano getting together, and that kind of sparked a rivalry with them at that point. I think Logano at the fall Bristol race, like, had revenge on him or something like that, or vice versa, one of the two, I can't remember. But a mile and a half like this, it will be interesting to see how the All-Star race works in these new cars. I didn't particularly like it last year as much, I feel like, as normal. We're kind of just cruising right now. We're in 14th. We got a decent gap behind us.
Thank you.
Feels like the tires are starting to really go away, getting tight through the corner.
Having damage sucks. I finally figured out how to drive this car. I'm not saying I was going to compete with you guys, but still.
That's like me. I feel like I'm figuring out how to drive this car, like actually waiting on the car to get down here. And I'm doing a little bit better, but I think a lot of people are figuring it out more. Because I'm actually getting away from the guys behind me, but I'm not sure if that's because they've been battling, or in the 11 might have like worn out his tires a ton. I don't know.
I see people on the top of the track.
That's a lap car on top of the track, so I don't know if that's the only one he's talking about, or if there's more.
No, Eric, that's just me.
I think 3 and 4 would be interesting on the top.
I was going to say, does that work?
I don't really want to try it particularly.
Well, you want to find out?
Starting to catch
Jury's
lap
still
cars
out on
though
that.
from that first wreck. They might have gotten into it in the back, like trying to avoid the caution. Dang, the 11's still holding on in front of the 27, it looks like, or they might still be side by side. Use a little bit of brake getting into one now, trying to get the car settled on the bottom. On cold tires, it really wants to get loose off of too if you get on the gas too hard. So these older tires, I'm learning you can just kind of get on it a little bit harder once your car is rotated. It might be burning up the front right a little bit more also. I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of do that a lot when I want to save tires. I just burn up the front right more and it's bad. 27 got around the 11, then the 14 followed him through. So we'll see if I can actually keep pulling away from there or they're going to start catching me again.
I heard the top in 1 and 2's faster.
That would be very interesting, but I doubt it. Got this lap car, the 19. He wants to run right in the lane.
Let's try it this lap.
Are you gonna go top or bottom? Okay, he's going bottom. He's gonna run us all the way up to the wall. Thank you.
Side. Good job. 20 laps to go. Clear.
That's somebody that wants to race and doesn't know how to be a lap car. We love that. I think there was only 2 splits in this as well. I think there was like about 60-ish people that registered. Because last I looked, there was about 56 with like 5 minutes to go. Luckily, we got around him on the front stretch and it didn't really hinder us too badly.
Thank you.
Because if we would have had to go high around him on a corner, it would have probably sucked a little bit more. Really trying to get this car slowed down in turn 1 and 2. I feel like last lap was actually a pretty decent one, like coming in a little higher, getting around the lap car. Kind of worked for us a little bit. I would not mind a caution at this point so we can go get some new damn tires and have a nice little sprint to the end. But I don't want to be the caution. I got loose there. Definitely do not want to be the caution. But the way that 19 was driving though as a lap car might cause one. Kind of got down a little too early, didn't carry too much speed through that. The 14 actually got around the 27. He seemed like he's been kind of fast and he's starting to catch us a little. He might have used that lap car as like a pick or something, which is quite interesting. The car is getting very tight now. Let off a little early. Try to let it roll more speed into the corner, see if that works for us. Felt like a decent corner. Don't think they caught me at all. Looking at the times. I think the, what is that, the 15 or the 23 that is struggling a little bit on the bottom there. I think it's the 23. He looked like he was falling back some. He looked kind of slow on that last corner, or it was just an optical illusion, I'm not sure. Yeah, that kind of works. I'm like letting off on the red, whatever it is on the wall going into turn 1, and it's kind of working for me. I don't know what sponsor that is that's in red going into turn 1. Because we definitely were letting off a lot earlier on the run. We're like over a second off on like our qualifying time per lap. New tires would be crazy right now. Like that red one right there. And just barely tapping the brake, getting in. It kind of gets all the way down to the bottom. And you can slowly get back on the throttle. It seems to be going well. I think the 14's been more consistently better than me. But that also might be in 3 and 4, because I feel like my car is super tight in 3 and 4 right now. Like, I might have hurt my front right so much to where 3 and 4 is super tight. But I feel like that's where I'm losing time now to him. But yeah, that line through 1 and 2 is kind of working. I like it. Ooh, somebody's up here in the wall. 16 car. He might have gotten in too hot there. Or gotten tapped by the 23. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of keeping pace with the 27 and the 10 back there, but the 14 is catching me. That got a little sideways. I'm so interested to see the tire wear on this track. I'm shocked we've gotten this long of a green flag run. That's awesome. Yeah, he's definitely catching me through 1 and 2. Probably 3 and 4 as well, but he's running very well. I'm not going to make it super easy for him to get around me. Had a really bad entrance into 3 there. Like, I'm going to try to race him for it, but he'll probably get by us in 1 and 2 at one of these laps. Or coming off of 2, he might get a good run. It seems like that's probably what's happening. We'll see if we can try to catch the 16 up here. He's kind of falling off of them 2 in front of him. That was a good 1 and 2.
Good save.
Somebody got loose, it sounds like. Ooh, that was in 2nd place, I think. Oh no. 13 cars falling back a little. He's in 7th. Okay, that was a better lap overall. Last time around, I messed up 1 and 2 there. Still was able to get to the bottom a little bit. It kind of worked, but I think the 14 would be a little faster there. Just trying to manage the runs off these corners is crazy. Like, getting loose off of turn 2, just trying to get to the bottom and, or off of turn 4, I mean. Trying not to get loose off turn 4, and then trying to get to the bottom in the middle of 1 and 2 so you can get a really good run down the backstretch. It's tough. We are catching the 16 though, which is awesome. This is exactly how the 14 got around the 27, I believe, was with the lap car, but the 16's not a lap car, we'd be racing them. Yeah, he caught us a little bit there in 3 and 4. I had a bad 3 and 4. Got less than 10 laps to go. I'm gonna have to really pick it up to catch this 16. Don't know if we're gonna be able to. He's 1.3 ahead with like 7.5 left. That felt like a good 3 and 4, except I tapped the apron. Got sideways off. 14's gonna probably catch it. Oh no, he screwed up a little bit. I think he screwed up the slightest bit there. Went a little harder into turn 1 there and got on the brakes slightly to get to the bottom. That actually seemed to be pretty good. Hey, we caught him 3/10 that lap. From the last time off of turn 2 to that time. I think we're killing him 1 and 2. Which is good. I feel like that'd be the place to pass. Running fine, it seems like. I just need to try to catch him.
Trying back, Web.
You gotta not push it too hard and get into the wall for one of these corners. Couple more tenths. We're definitely catching them. I think we'll beat to them pretty soon. I just need to get through 3 and 4 a little better. Especially off of 4, I keep getting loose, but got a lap car coming up. That might make it a little interesting. Ooh, missed the bottom on that lap. Wasn't great. I tried to get to rotate, it was not. 16 almost got in the wall there. My car was very rotated around too, trying to get sideways. Really trying to push it now in 3 and 4. Like, I'm definitely feeling the speed trying to push it. But we're catching the 16. If we can get 13th, that'd be great. Be very happy with that. We fell back to 15th at one point. Gained the spot back, I think, from the guy. Oh no, I think we gained it back from, what was it, that 11 earlier that we like burnt off his tires, I think. We're right on that apron. Sideways off of 4 too. I had to get off the gas.
Dude, please move.
Few laps to go. Come on. Running really well.
19, slow down.
Really good run there off of turn 2. Not going to be able to make anything happen here. He let off a ton. That kind of messed up my angle going into that corner. Ooh, he's sideways. That was terrifying. Try to take advantage of that. Get on the brakes a little bit so I can actually get to the bottom here. Don't want to slide up into him. Good launch off of turn 2, also on the bottom. 14 car is catching us too. I think we'll be able to pass him here. He's holding that outside pretty hard. But he's going to have that 14 to deal with now. Alright, couple laps left. Got this lap car here. Hopefully we can get by with no problem. There's like a motorcycle going by outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sorry if you did.
One more time.
30 car, please don't come down.
Outside.
Coming off a low is sketchy in turn 4. That kind of ruined our momentum off turn 4. As 14 has a huge run here. Just got to get to the bottom and block it. Got a good run off of turn 2 also. That was huge. He had a lot of momentum there from the 30. Dang, there was a lot of people we started catching
30,
up
I'm all
to
for
there.
getting lapped in and such, but you kind of like right in the middle of our battle here.
Yeah, he was.
Come on, Aaron.
Yeah,
Ooh, they're wrecking.
ran so
They're
hard
wrecking
on
across
top,
the
I turned
line.
The rears off.
Good run. I'm happy with
Really
13.
looked at my,
That we got a freaking what
Really my
45
car
lap
the
run
last,
there.
5 laps.
That was crazy. That was nuts. Who ended up winning it? 2 car ended
I
up
was
winning.
trying to
Wow.
not impede that as much as possible. I was
Yeah,
trying to
kinda
stay out of
did.
the wall and not get into you guys.
He kind of pinched me down coming off of 4. It was terrifying.
That was really fine.
That was a very fun race. A lot better than I expected it to be.
You gotta worry about beating somebody.
But I want to see this battle here in the last few laps where I caught the 16. That was a great race there at the end. Like, the 14 was catching me pretty hard. I was catching the 16 pretty good. That was a fun race. Like, I can't believe we had a 45 lap run after having a wreck on lap 2. I thought there was going to be a lot more people spinning out and getting sideways. And there was a lot of people getting sideways going into turn 1. That was crazy. But I'll take 13th out of that. I'm very happy with how that went at the end. 16 got sideways there. We take advantage, get to his inside. I just go in real low, get on the brakes so I can keep on that very bottom. We had a huge launch off of turn 2 also. Like, able to grip really well down there. Had a good launch, stayed side by side with the 16. And 3 and 4, if you just have the inside line, you're going to get by them. I thought the 14 was going to follow me straight through. Luckily, he didn't. It took him another corner to get by him. Great running, though. And then this lap car, the 30 up here, we caught him going into turn 3. Like, he was running really high. I think he had some front right damage, it looks like. Yeah, a little bit of front right damage probably from the wreck earlier. And this is going into the final lap. We catch him right here. He goes a little high, but then comes down. a little bit, running right in the middle. I can't really come up off the corner because I don't want to get close to him. 14 had a huge run because he was able to go all the way out to the wall, which is what I wanted to do. I just blocked the bottom, get on the brakes, hold that low line. And I actually had a really good launch off of turn 2 as well, to the compared to the 14. Had a good launch, got away from him the slightest bit, and that gave me the room to hold off that spot, which was great. I don't think there was too many incidents, really. The 4 car had 4, the 11 had 2, the 15 had 4, the 18 had 1, so he probably slid through the grass getting sideways. 19 had 4, 20 had 2, and then a few guys with the 4s back here at a 6 also with the 24, so pretty clean race overall. I want to go back to the very beginning of that and see that caution. I want to see that caution here on turn 2, or turn 1, lap 2. 19 got sideways. This was back behind the wreck, I want to say. Yeah, you could already hear them wrecking. Alright, there it is. 25 gets sideways on the back half of the corner, looks like. I think when he got on the throttle there and held the wheel a little bit, he just started going down the track, and we were so close to that. That was terrifying. Like, the 21 got nailed from the overcorrection, sent straight to that outside wall, and then he hit that wall and was a freaking Beyblade, just whee! 4 car, I think that's where he gets his 4X, and we narrowly miss it. Like, Jesus. We're right here, just barely getting by that. That was terrifying. I saw that coming on the right side of the screen. Then he gets hit by the 19. 19 gets into the 22, it looks like, up here. 14 car. Misses most of it and hits the inside wall a little. Not too bad. On the next restart, that looks weird with no contingency stuff in the beginning of that. Oh, that's what they were saying what happened with the bottom lane. 18 was like in 3rd gear, it looks like. 13 gets a little loose, tries to walk it up the track, skims the wall off of turn 2. 16 and the 11. The 11 was real low. I think got a little sideways there. And that's what slowed up the 11 because they got together. 18 gets a little loose off of 4, sends it through the grass. That's what I was going to do if I did get loose at all. I'm shocked I never did. He probably got a black flag penalty for that as well. He cut through the pit lane there towards the end. 17 got sideways. I know I got sideways. I want to go back to where I got sideways at. Because we got by him at that point. Where did I get sideways at? Because I was running up here. Yeah, this was like a couple laps after restart. Went in a little low, turning the wheel. Back end started kicking out on me, so I just bring it down to the apron, and I don't get on the throttle at all. That's the main thing. I got down here. I'm literally off the throttle for so long because I feel like it's sideways. You could already see it right there. I just hold the steering wheel as straight as I can, stay off the throttle. Even down here, I'm just letting it coast because it's still sideways. If you get on throttle too early, it's going to kick right back out, and you're just going to go around. So, got to be very careful with that. 17 was all over the place on that corner. We got by him. A bunch of people got by him too, which sucks. You hate when that happens. 24, loose off of turn 4, goes through the grass slightly, then gets loose from getting back on the surface. He saves it though, good save. This is lap 19. 5 and the 15, I think he might have bumped him in the back right there, the slightest bit probably. It was very close, so it might have been just barely. 20 skims the wall in the back stretch. 1 car pulls up right there, and he tried to avoid hitting the back one, but he didn't need to. 23 skimmed the wall there. This guy's just running the outside. He's in 20th. 26 car, couldn't even see his number. 30. Gonna probably get into it on the front stretch. Yeah, if you don't pay as much attention through the tri oval, you'll just slide straight up and hit that wall, and it could really bounce you off quick. 11 gets a little loose, skims the wall. 8 car, a little sideways off of there. Probably gonna go through the grass the slightest bit. 11 car on that outside is running way out there. Hits the wall pretty hard. So that's why he started getting real slow, I think. His right side started hurting from that. Oh yeah, what were our tires after that? 66 on the front right. Yikes. Back tires are fine. Never really got too loose through the whole race. Able to manage that, but our front right was 66. That hurts. They tap a little bit down the back stretch. This is up front. He's an 8th. Not up front, but more up front than what we are. He skims the wall. 11 keeps hitting the wall. Or that's a 17, actually. People keep skimming the wall in the trial, which I'm kind of shocked by. especially by themselves. 23 gets through the grass a little bit. They might have touched the slightest bit. There's a whole bunch of cars in the back of the field. I think they're getting lapped, it looks like. Yeah, because the 13 and stuff, they were running pretty well up front. 8 car gets into the wall going in turn 1. That's going to screw up your turn 1 really bad. This is at the very end. 16 and 30 tapped just slightly. The 13 and the 12. 12 got a little loose. They might have tapped the slightest bit. Good run to the line. If that was for the win, that would have been crazy. That would have been absolutely crazy. This was right in front of us. 15 gets sideways. If he didn't have the 23 there, which he did a hell of a drift, that was amazing. If the 15 did not have the 23 to hit here, he would have went head on into the wall, and we probably would have gotten by him. But look at this drift by the 23. That was amazing. That was a beautiful drift to cross the finish line right there. And he's probably going to get one more X by going through the grass. Maybe not. He might have or might not have because of the car, the 4X from the car contact. But that was an amazing drift there. But we finished clean in 13th. I'll take that. We're car number 9. Still might gain a little I rating for being up here. Only the 23 really was ahead of us. That's going to gain a whole lot being up here. So we might gain the slightest bit, lose the slightest bit. It was very close, so I'm happy with how it went. We kept the car clean, didn't get too sideways at all, didn't lose the car from under us at all, which was the main goal, and finished 13th. I'll take it. Let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. All right, results in strength of field just over 3,100. Pretty good strength of field for only 2 different splits. And we finished 13th. We gained 6. I'll take that. And we gained some safety. I was kind of struggling a little bit in the safety, so getting a 0x at this one was really good. I'm happy about that. They ended up with a 4x on the last corner, so that kind of sucks for them. The 15 loses a little bit from that. The 23 gains a little bit because he was so low. He's almost back up to a 2. If he could have gotten without that 4x, or even if he only got a 2x out of that race, he would have jumped back over his 2.0. So that really sucks. I'd be irked about that. I'd be so mad. But what was the car number 1's I rating? 53, almost 5,400 now? Wow, he was pretty high up there. And he started pretty far in the back. He did not qualify. So started 20th out of the 30 car field. Got all the way up to 5th. We had a 45 laps green till the end. And had a caution on lap 2. And so it was a pretty clean race overall. Everybody had the first set of tires for the whole race, which was crazy. And I'm just shocked that we didn't have more wrecks. But very happy we didn't. Had a very good, clean green race, and had a good race there with the 14 at the end, and the 16 got by the 16 with a couple laps to go. 14 was catching us for a while. I think he got held up by the 27 and the 11 when he was falling back some, but the 27 I think held him up the most because he was right on the bumper at the 27 for a while. I think that's what hurt him in the long run. But happy we gained a little bit of I rating still, almost back up to 3,600, which is awesome. Been losing a little bit here and there, but still trying to get better at the NASCARs. Felt like we did pretty good here today. Very happy we kept the car under us. Lost the positions in the beginning from getting sideways, but at least we saved the car and didn't wreck it. That's the main thing. Just keep it rolling forward and you'll be good. Don't spin out. Don't overcorrect it. Just be careful and don't overreact when you get into a sliding situation. Just don't overreact, let off the throttle, just try to keep the wheel straight and figure out where the car is going to go. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know what you guys think about the All-Star race this week and who do you guys think is going to win, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.